My name is Umar Farouk, and I'll be taking us through the step-by-step procedures on how to set up a Wagtail for contribution purpose. So let's just come back here, and this is the guide. So in order to set up Wagtail for contribution purpose, you need some prerequisites, and those prerequisites comes as an you need Python. So you need to have Python installed on your machine, on your computer, and then you need to have a Node installed on your computer also. So you could see I have the Python and then the Node, and after installing Python, you need to ensure that you have you've actually installed virtual environment. So just go ahead and clear my screen, and the next thing will be for me to navigate into my Wagtail directory. So I'll navigate to my documents, and then I have this directory called virtual ems. This is where I install all my virtual environments. So I just love to keep my things straightforward. So as you can see, I have some couple of virtual environments ready. This is my Django tutorial, Wagtail house, Wagtail tutorial. So these are virtual environments. This is also a virtual environment. So clear my screen, and the next thing to do is I'll go ahead to create a virtual environment using the command virtual env, and I'll call it Mac tutorial. So I'll just run this. Okay, nice. So this have actually created a virtual environment called Mac tutorial for. So next thing is navigate into Mac tutorial, and and then it shows that I'm in my virtual environment directory right now, but then I need to activate it. So I'll go ahead to run the command source bin activate. So this command will activate our virtual environment such that whatever we are doing, we could explore the future of we working in a virtual environment. So you could actually see that with this indication, it shows that I have successfully activated my virtual environment. So I'll clear my screen, and the next thing we would like to do is I would like to go online to the Wagtail directory, Wagtail repo. So this is the Wagtail repo. The best solution or the ideal solution is you just need to fork the Wagtail repo to your own repository, and from your repository you should clone. But I won't be doing this because I have 10 commits ahead of the Wagtail repository. That's because I created some pull requests that haven't been matched. So I'll just go ahead to the Wagtail repo itself, and I try to clone. So I copy the command, and I move on to my Wagtail directory, type the command git clone, and I put this bam. So you can see cloning into Wagtail. So it's currently downloading, and this might take a while depending on your internet connection. So I will just go ahead to pause it. I'll go ahead to pause my video, and I'll resume when it's done. Okay, so let's pause that. Okay, so we are back, and the process is almost done. So we're almost done with cloning our Wagtail repository, and just give it few seconds more to complete the process. And so after this, let's go to the documentation to see what guide do they have for us. So this is a development guide. So we navigate into the directory and then we try to install the dependencies for testing and documentation purpose. So okay, so we have the cloning process being completed. Okay, nice. So we've just successfully cloned our repository, and the next step is we now need to navigate into our directory and then we run this command. So I'm just going to navigate. So we have our Wagtail directory. So I'm in my Wagtail directory in my virtual environment called Mac tutorial. So I will just go ahead and copy this command, and then we run the command here. This command is going to install all dependencies needed for our testing, for the automated testing, and for the docs. So it's currently installing the dependencies and we just need to wait for it to complete. Yeah, so give it some few minutes to complete the process, and then we move on to the next part of the process. So it's currently collecting a lot of packages. I think it's a really big library, so it needs to use a lot. Okay, so we've just had this this is completed now. Okay, it's not done, it's almost so it's currently installing the collected packages, and then okay, well, that's interesting. So we've successfully had this, and the next part of the process is we need to run the npm CI. This logic will help us to build static files. When I say static files, I mean all the JavaScript, the CSS files we have, the hundreds of files we have. So everything is going to get installed with this command. So let's just wait for it. It might also take a while, so, and I might need to go on a pause again like the other time. So pending the time it's going to complete the running process, and alright, so alright, so we have this the command ran successfully, the npm CI. So it's been able to compile, help us to build our static files, and it's showing 27 vulnerabilities, 6 low. You will always get this, we now have this, and the next part of the operation is we need to compile our current assets. So then we try to run the command, and then we say, oops, I didn't copy that the right way. Okay, so just go ahead, npm run build, and I'll just run that. So this will this is what's going to help me build the actual static files, and this command is the command you will have to run whenever you make modifications to your SCSS files while trying to contribute, or your JavaScript files. You have to run this command. So this command will help you to compile your static files again. That's, for example, while going through the Wagtail directory, you get to see some SCSS files and CSS files. So the CSS files are being bundled using this command. So this command picks the actual codes in your SCSS files or your JavaScript files, and for example, the SCSS files picks this command picks the codes there, and then it bundles them into your CSS files. So basically, as we say, this command helps you to compile your assets. Okay, nice. So we could see a lot of greens here. I don't need to start analyzing but from what we could actually see, we've seen successful, and then it ran in 68,551 milliseconds. That's like 6 seconds. That's like I think yeah, 6 seconds. So that's done. The next part of it is we now have a code base set by running all these commands. So let's try to clear our screen. Yeah, so we've had our screen cleared. The next thing we could actually do is we can actually say we want to create a new site. Yeah, so let's go ahead and say Wagtail. So we say Wagtail start. So we say Wagtail start demo site. Yeah, so I'll just okay. Oops. Okay, so it's a small letter S. I made a mistake there. So we've successfully created a new site called demo site with the Wagtail start Wagtail start demo site command. So the next part of it is we need to actually install the dependencies for this site which we just created. So I'll just go ahead and navigate into my demo site. So once I'm there, I could say pip install -r and then requirements txt. Yeah, so this is actually installing the requirements for the new site which I just created. So it's not like I'm bringing it off my head from a far place, but we could actually see that here. Okay, so this is how you do that. So when you've on installing our code base, we run this command wagtail start my site, but at our own instance here we have demo site, and then the next part is we install the requirement.txt, and then we run the migrate command, and then we create an admin for that, and then we run the manage.py run server. So let's try to pick up this command, which is you can output using, so I'll just okay. So we've successfully installed that, and I'll just go ahead python manage.py migrate. So this manage.py migrate, you could see it's actually creating the tables and all other part of maybe caches or what we needed. It's just like a prerequisite. So the next part of it is we need to create an admin. So that's why we are running the python manage.py create super user, and I just go ahead run the command here. So okay, username, let's give it admin, and then email address I could just give it admin@gmail.com. yeah. So password, we could give it admin. So admin. Yeah, I want to bypass the password. Bypass password validation, create super user anyway. Yes. So it's a small. So we've successfully created the super user, and the next part is we want to launch our site. So I could just say python manage.py run server, which will eventually start up our site, and we could actually visit that. So it currently shows that our site is running, and we could actually visit the site to see that our basic site is actually running. So just go along here. Oh yeah, this is nice. So we could actually say this is a basic site and it's actually running. So go say admin. Let's try to log in as an admin. And okay, so this is it. We are trying to sign in as an admin. So then I just click on the sign in. So let's wait to see what we got here. And yeah, so welcome to the demo site Wagtail CMS. It shows that we've successfully installed Wagtail on our local machine. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you find this video useful.